long. I wanted to tell you just a little bit about Plexus, because if you are hopping on this call tonight, it's because someone that you love or admire or respect, or maybe you just know they're going to get on you if you don't get on this call. You're hopping on because they invited you to be on, and you don't know me, you don't need to hear from me, but I want to tell you that I got involved with Plexus 7.5 years ago, totally skeptical. I didn't think anything good could come from a network marketing company. And I just secretly wanted to lose some weight and not have to talk about it at all. But what happened was I was a Christian counselor at the time, and I was dealing with severe anxiety every day. And I knew it because I was working with, 80% of my population, my clients that were seeing me probably were dealing with the same thing. Plexus is an all-natural plant-based supplements company that targets gut health, inflammation, weight loss, blood sugar, and pain. So it was developed and created for people who specifically were dealing with diabetes. That was one of the first things that it was created for, and expanded to treating children, men, women, older people, younger people, anyone dealing with what I would call root issues that need to be resolved. And so tonight, I just want to introduce you to a few friends. We've got 4 ladies that are going to share their stories. They're all very different. They all have different experiences and backgrounds. I want to introduce you to my friend, LaTonya. We have known each other since middle school, but she is someone that I kind of started pursuing about 4 years ago to try the products. And the reason is I thought she needed them. I thought she could benefit from them, but she was someone who, she epitomizes the kind of people that I love to work with. She has high integrity. She loves helping other people. She's a positive thinker and person. She's also a very generous leader. So LaTonya, I'm going to mute myself and pass the mic to you and let you take it from there and tell everyone kind of your experience. So thank you.
No, thank you. You are way too kind. Like Becky said, I've known her since middle school, and the part that she didn't share is that she's been praying for me for 4 years to be on this health journey alongside her. So about 3 years ago, I suffered from fibroids. I passed out at home in front of my son, to only awake with the paramedics over me, rushed to the hospital. They checked me for everything. I thought I had the flu. I really did. It was during a season of high rapidness of the flu. And the ER doctor said, "You should have survived." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I need to run you upstairs. You need to do emergency blood transfusions on you." So stayed in the hospital, did all these blood transfusions on me, saw an internal specialist. They ran all kinds of tests, that I had cancer, all of that. And come to find out I had fibroids. I knew that I had them when I was pregnant with my son, but I didn't know they were wreaking havoc on my body. And so in that, I wound up having a total hysterectomy, wound up having endometriosis, didn't even know that I had that. What was so fascinating is what it did to my body. After, I don't know if any of you have had hysterectomies or something related to that, but you lose yourself. I can't explain it unless you've had it, but Toya can relate. I see my dear sweet friend Toya shaking her head. You lose yourself. And I lost myself for about almost 4 years. It really did. This is my 3rd anniversary of my hysterectomy. I had 3 doctors tell me, you should have died from a massive heart attack. Your numbers are what we see when we do autopsies on patients. So I knew it was nothing but God that kept me and had more planned for me in my life. So during that time, I've had a lot of hormonal issues, high blood pressure, weight gain, high cholesterol, in that anxiety, depression, severe insomnia. So I was on this wild roller coaster ride for 3, 4 years. A lot of that not knowing that what's wrong with me that led up to the hysterectomy, but really peaked after having the surgery. So fast forward, my doctor had been telling me about, plant-based and gut health and getting healthy. She wanted me off the blood pressure medicine because if any of you are on this call and you take blood pressure medicine, it can wreak havoc on our bodies for sure, and especially as African American women. It's a very high cause for us. I cannot tell you the number of women, even younger than me, I'm 46, that are suffering from high blood pressure, a lot from stress, a lot from how we eat, a lot of those things. So she was like, I really don't want you on this long term. This isn't good for you to be on this long term. So I'm hard-headed. I'm stubborn. I like food. I'm just being very transparent. I like to eat. I like to fellowship over food. Didn't do what I was supposed to do. So in March of this year, I wound up having a cyst that ruptured. So I had to have emergency surgery due to my diet, being overweight, all those things. And a $1,300 copay, and I still owe money on the surgery. So had a really good talking to, really a tongue lashing from my doctor. She was like, you got to get it together. I really want you to focus on your gut health. I really want you to look at plant-based eating. I really want you to get healthy. And so I called Becky. I remember texting or calling or something. And I was like, yeah, I need this. I got to do something. She's on me. I have some goals here. So I started in March, and keep in mind, insomnia, anxiety, depression, blood pressure medicine makes your legs and feet swell. I don't know if, I see people shaking their head. Since then, the swelling is gone from my legs and feet since I started taking Plexus. No longer taking my insomnia medicine on Ambien. My psychiatrist said to me when I saw her in April, she said, I've noticed you haven't refilled your medicine. Is everything okay? I said, I haven't needed it. I've been sleeping. Now, I have not slept in 4 or 5 years. I mean, seriously, I'm talking about that sleep where you wake up and you're refreshed. Because if you've taken any sleep aid, you wake up kind of going, who am I? Where am I? You're a little groggy. You're kind of off the whole day. But waking up feeling refreshed. Didn't even know what energy was, because when you have fibroids, they zap you. I mean, they literally are living off your bloodstream. So they zap you of iron and all these nutrients. I have energy, not that jittery stuff that you get like from an energy drink, but clean, fun energy where I'm like, oh, wow, I've kind of gone all day long and I'm not tired, not like just exhausted and, putting one foot on the floor to just try to thrive and survive through the day. My psychiatrist also told me, she said, I've been telling you, focus on your gut health. All issues start in the gut. And so my next step is to lessen my anxiety and my depression meds. And I'm super excited about that because that's something she didn't want me on long term as well. And not to say that, there are meds we all need. I'm not saying that I'm anti-meds by any means, but for me, in my journey, my doctors kind of want me to lessen what I'm on. My doctor wants me off blood pressure, off cholesterol, and losing the weight in about 6 months. So I have some pretty lofty goals, but so far since I'm doing Plexus, it has been life-changing for me. I just can't even explain it. The mental clarity, being able to concentrate, being excited about things again. It's helped me even be courageous because I can now share my testimony. I can be proud of my testimony. I'm not ashamed of it anymore. And I'm doing this to help some women, some men. My husband is doing it with me, and I think where I am too in life, I've shared with Toya and Becky on numerous occasions that, I'm 46 years old, and, I love what I do, and I'm blessed to have the job that I have and who I work for. But, I just, it's something I'm missing, it's some fulfillment that's not there. So I'm looking to do something different. And I've kind of found this newfound love of helping women and sharing my story. I'm a pastor's wife. So, that's all we do, y'all. It's just talk and share testimonies, right? So, but sometimes they're not as authentic. And this has helped me be authentic. Sometimes you get in the moment of, this is what I think that person needs to hear. But this has made me be very vulnerable and very authentic, and to be very proud of what I've gone through. And I spent, before this call, I spent 2 hours on the phone with somebody absolutely wonderful. And we talked about all kinds of things, and she said to me, I wanted to be a part of this journey with you is because you were authentic and you were not ashamed. And I was ashamed to tell people what I was going through. And we were going through the same stuff. We talked about, I was married before. We talked about our divorces. we went way back, but those are the things that I never thought would come from nutritional products that are good, So not only am I getting healthier, I'm helping someone too emotionally, and I'm building relationships with people. We see each other on Facebook, but I didn't know her journey and she didn't know mine. So it's been absolutely fabulous. And I can't say enough about it. This is where I am. I'm still growing and thriving and learning in this, but I'm even more anxious to see what's going to happen next. I'm like, okay, body, what else are you going to do? And so at the end of this month, I go get some blood work done. So I'm really excited about that. One thing that I have not done, I have not stepped on the scale. This is the first time in my life that I have not been married to a scale, because I said, I'm not going to get defeated. For one, I'm not going to let the enemy defeat my mind in thinking that, oh, you're not successful because the scale isn't moving. No. I am basing it on the fact that, and I told Becky this, y'all will love this. I had to buy new bras, y'all. I mean, I'm just as transparent as it can be. I'm just kidding. I text Becky, I said, Becky, I just bought some new bras because the other ones were too big. So I know it's working. I know it's working. So, but I am excited to get on the scale very soon to see. But I do know that I've lost interest. I know that I've gained some trust and some faith in God through Plexus that I didn't even know resonated in my spirit. I'm bolder in Christ, and I'm happier. I feel like I finally have a purpose, and I did not know that a nutritional supplement would do all of this, but it did. So that's kind of where I am. And so I'm just excited to share that with you all.
Let's pass the mic to Toya. Toya, unmute yourself. Now, I met Toya through LaTonya. They are old friends. Tell us your story.
So yes, LaTonya and I go back to 2009, maybe. Yeah. We started working together at Fort Worth ISD. And so a little bit about my background. I am it'll be 21 years on June the 30th, cancer survivor. So, from cancer, if you've ever known anybody who has experienced cancer, or if you have had it yourself, you know that once you overcome cancer, it just doesn't stop there. There are the side effects from the treatments, or there may be other health issues that come about with cancer. And that's pretty much been the case with me for the past 21 years. So I want to fast forward probably about 5 years into surviving cancer. It took me 5 years to say I had cancer. I would never say I had cancer. My teammate from college is on the line, Reba. And during that time when I was battling cancer, when I was a senior in college, I would never acknowledge that I was sick. I would always say a part of me was sick, or this body part was sick, but I wouldn't deal with it. And with Becky, as a therapist, she'll understand this. 5 years into that, if you don't deal with it, then you will be made to deal with it. And so I developed a severe anxiety. Panic attacks in the middle of a parking lot because I couldn't find a parking space, could not physically walk down an aisle because I had all these things that were going on with me mentally that I just wouldn't deal with and didn't know how to deal with. So it took me probably 10, 15 years to even deal with my anxiety, but it's still something that I suffer from. Also, another thing that I have dealt with since my cancer diagnosis is if anybody knows anything about radiation and what radiation does to the body, it cooks your body as you are going through any type of cancer treatment, but you really don't feel the true effects of what radiation can do to your body to 10 to 15 years later. So my 10 to 15 years later hit in 2012. I was having severe abdominal pain. And when I tell you severe, like thought I was going to die. I have been hospitalized with what later was IBS. Now you think of IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, right? You're saying, oh, somebody has to either go to the bathroom or they're constipated. Well, it's far more complex than that. And what I've learned over the years is my mental state was affecting my gut health. And it really, the light bulb went off when we started talking about Plexus, when I started learning more about Plexus. So you have a person who has high anxiety, you have a person who has been dealing with severe IBS, and I am the opposite of LaTonya. I do not want to be on medications. I've been on medications for the past 20 something years. And last year I started my health journey. I was 50 pounds heavier, started doing a plant-based off and on diet between plant-based and just minimal meats, really eating clean. But I started the standstill, so I couldn't break away from that standstill. So I started paying attention to my dear friend LaTonya's Facebook post, and she was talking about my Plexus journeys, and she was juicing and she was smoothing and she was doing some of the things that I was doing. So I was like, I want to know what this is about. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, what are you doing over there? And she started telling me a little bit about what she was doing. And so then I joined in on the call. It wasn't a call, it was a texting event. And so Becky was explaining everything about Plexus. I kept hearing the words, gut health, anxiety, like all these things. I'm like, I've been battling that for 21 years. And so if I can try something that's natural, and natural has been my word for the past year, anything that's natural, I'm down with it. So I started taking the Triplex. The Triplex is the gut relief stuff. When I tell you in 3 days, this is someone who has had severe IBS-C. IBS-C is IBS constipation. When I tell you in 3 days, and I have bouts with this monthly, I started feeling things. I started feeling my stomach shift. I started feeling all this. I do my fingers like this because that's what my stomach felt like. And I've been on it now for 2 months. And when I tell you, I have never gone in the past, since 2012, I have never gone 2 months without having a flare up, never. So with that said, I'm a believer. Now I'm starting to incorporate some of the MetaBurn into my monthly products. But when I tell you, I will probably always be on the Triplex just for the simple fact, number one, it's super inexpensive, but number two, it's natural. I have been on everything known to man as far as not only just anxiety, but to treat IBS, and there's side effects to everything. I haven't experienced a side effect to anything that I'm taking now. And I'm just truly confident, and I'm a believer in the products. So after 3 days, I wanted to share it with Reba because I'm like, hey, I am taking this stuff. This stuff is helping me. I knew she's on a weight loss journey too. So sorry, my phone is ringing. She's a workout fanatic, and she'll tell you her story too. But I just was a believer. And the reason why it was so special with LaTonya is because I trust her. We're not only coworkers, we're friends. And I know if she's posting about stuff, if she is taking this product and it is helping her, I trust her. And that is key for me. I'm not into, just selling products or any of that. I'm not a salesperson, but I'm a sharer, and I'm all about women empowerment. I'm all about women's health. I am a, inclusive person. I want everybody to win. And so when she was over there winning with her health journey, I wanted to win too. And then I wanted my best friend to win. And so that is pretty much my story. I'm, like I said, 21-year cancer survivor, a 12-year insomniac, and a 21-year anxiety. It has been I've been suffering from anxiety for 21 years. And I am slowly but surely on the journey to the other side of that. And I am so thankful that LaTonya was even posting about it, because I would have never known about Plexus. So LaTonya, thank you. So I'm going to introduce my friend. I know Becky was about to pop on, but I'll introduce my friend Reba. Again, we were teammates. We played basketball together at Oklahoma State University. And she'll tell you all about her working out, and she's a mother of 4. She's an RN. So Reba, take it away.
I'm muted. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I really appreciate it. I know y'all could be doing other stuff, cooking dinner or whatever, but y'all decided to join us to hear about our Plexus journey. I appreciate that so much. But like she said, my name is Reba. I'm 42 years old. I've been married to my husband for 17 years. We have 4 beautiful kids together, 3 boys, and we finally had a girl, and she's a whole mood. Oh my gosh. So anyways, like I said, why I joined because, I mean, honestly, because my best friend Toya, she was sharing, with me her experience about Plexus. And like she said, we played basketball in college at Oklahoma State University. We've been through so much together, so much, battling cancer. Toya's like our mama of the team. So I trust her judgment or anything that she shares with me. And she knows I work out a lot. And actually my workout trainer is on my dear friend Keisha. She's going to be on next. But anyways, I work out a lot. I try to eat healthy as much as I can. But I was still like at a weight loss plateau. I was just maintaining my weight and my gut. After this 4th baby, I swear it just would not go away. It wasn't like going down like I wanted to go down. So like I said, I was struggling with my weight, stress, just everyday stress and anxiety. My anxiety started during nursing school. Just, being a nurse. I've been a nurse for 6 years. Right now I'm working with COVID patients. I'm on the front line. I've been on the front line since April. So just stress with that and anxiety. Like I said, my anxiety started during nursing school. I didn't know what it was. I thought something was wrong with me, but come to find out it was anxiety. Just being responsible, for people's lives, just anxiety, nurse, it just goes hand to hand, and then just like the everyday stress of being a mom, being a woman, just like, I mean, it's sometimes it can be unbearable, like, to get through like just every day. So I've also struggled with high blood pressure, digestive issues. I know this is TMI, but I only go to the bathroom. I used to go to the bathroom once every 4 to 5 days. And then also just lack of energy trying to keep up with these kids. It's a struggle, especially the boys. So them, they are like all over the place. And I thought Rain was going to be the calm one, but she's not. But anyways, my results, y'all, my results. I started on the basic weight loss management, the one that come with the MetaBurn, the Slim Drink, and the blocker. Just because I wasn't expecting it to work like it did. Y'all, I started on May 17th. On May 24th, I lost 9 pounds. I wish I could post a picture. My stomach, when I tell y'all, drastically went down. Like, I posted pictures on Facebook. I wish I could post them now. But anyways, I lost 9 pounds in a week. Like, I was like, are you kidding me? And I was hooked after that. I was like, what else they got? What else I was like, and then I noticed that after a 12-hour shift, I wouldn't even think about getting on, like working out or doing anything. I feel like I had just this energy. It wasn't like a jittery energy feeling. It was just like, okay, I can go. Like after a 12-hour shift, I would do a 30-minute workout. I noticed that I was like less moody. I wasn't as stressed, like with the kids. And I noticed I was going to the bathroom sometimes 1 or 2 times a day. What else? Yeah, it was just unbelievable. Then now I started on the what's the other one I started on? The gut one.
The Bio Cleanse and the Pro.
Yeah,
Pro
I started
5,
on that
Pro
one.
5.
And baby, y'all didn't tell me about that one. Y'all didn't tell me about it. But I'm telling you, it works. It really works. And I'm so thankful. This has been a total game changer. game changer for real on my routine and my lifestyle. And I'm so happy. Thank you, Toya, for like sharing this with me, because I really appreciate it. It's been, yeah, I love it so much. So, but I just want to introduce my workout trainer, Keisha.
Hey everybody, thank you, Reba. My
Mhm.
name is Keisha, and yes, I am Reba's friend slash trainer. We started working out together. I just started really training and working with fellow moms who were always at the football field or always at the track or always wherever our kids had to be, we were always there. And it was hard to get our own workouts in. And I was already teaching classes elsewhere. And then I would come after or sometimes before. And, they're like, where do you work out? And, and I was like, well, why don't we just start working out here at practice? And so my business was actually born out of that, as well as one particular young lady, Naya, telling me that I was going to train her, which I've done fitness classes for years, but personal training was always like, no, I don't have time, until she told me that I was going to train her and wouldn't take no for an answer. And I started, doing one-on-one training and so on and so forth from there. But so that's how I know. I call her Wonder Woman, super duper Reba D, because she blows my mind with everything that she does. First and foremost, being a mom to 3 boys. I have 3 boys too, so I know what it's like. And I have my youngest one at 40, and Reba and I share that in having our last babies in our 40s. I'm currently 45, so he's going to kindergarten in the fall. But it blew me away just watching Reba be Reba and working with COVID patients and, keeping up with her 3 boys and her beautiful baby girl. And honestly, like, I'm totally obsessed with Rain. I love her daughter. Like, she's my own. She's the cutest thing. I actually named her. Yes, I have to let everybody know that I named her one day at the gym. We were on the treadmills and it just came to me. But I share that because that's how I learned about Plexus, by really just because I love watching Reba's video posts about her kids and about Rain, because they give me life. I didn't have any girls, and she was the lucky one. She got a little girl. So I like literally, I know I sound like a stalker right now, but I live vicariously through Reba, just watching her daughter and watching Rain, because it's just the cutest thing. But in looking for those videos and watching Rain, I started to see her talk about her Plexus journey. And of course, she's, one of my clients. We train together, and we all go through those plateaus. And I know she was, struggling at overcoming a plateau. Plus, it can be somewhat hard to be consistent with the work schedule that she keeps up with. It's hard for us to always have that consistent training schedule together. So she started posting about this Plexus stuff. I remember I was at her house. It was for one of the baby's birthday parties, and she's like, "Yeah, that's my Plexus stuff." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cute." And then she started taking it, and I just saw her go, and I was like, "Hold up, what you doing?" And she said, "Yes, this Plexus stuff. It's just this." What she said, y'all. This is Reba's word. It's snatching the hell out of me. That's what she said. So, excuse me, I'm a Christian woman too, but that's what she said, because that's the truth, and hell is a place. But anyway, so she said it was, just really snatching her. And I just watched her for like a week, and I just saw her shrink. And I was like, hold up, I'm gonna need to try that, because I have been struggling with perimenopause. Now, I'm a trainer. I'm not a size 2. I'm a thick fit trainer. Okay. I'm thick. I got a big old booty, a little tiny waist, but a big old booty. And that's not always the typical shape that you see on a trainer, but that's my shape. That's what God gave me, and that's what I work with. My body fat percentage is very low, all of that. But I was at this state where perimenopause caused the scale to jump up like 15 pounds from out of nowhere. And I'm a trainer, y'all. I've been in fitness for 20 years. I work out every day. I eat clean. I eat healthy. And this 15 pounds jumped on me, and I was like, what is this? So I was willing to try anything. And when I saw how Reba, I said, yep, that's for me. I'm going to try that. And so I did. I started with the weight loss basics, with the MetaBurn and the Slim. And like Reba, just instantly the inflammation in my stomach went down. And I've always had a smaller waist, but I had this extra little pooch that was just like, "Ugh." And taking the Plexus, it started to go down. So then I was like, Reba, what else they got? So then I saw the triplex combo. I was like, oh yeah, bio cleanse, probiotic. Yeah, I'm gonna try that too. So I added that to my regimen, and I'm serious, y'all. I had to text Toya and Becky and LaTonya to be like, and Reba, and I told them, y'all wrong for this. Y'all did not tell me that this stuff was gonna have me going to the bathroom like this. When I tell you, I was in shock because, like, I've always gone to the bathroom pretty well. I don't usually have a problem with that, but yo, this triplex stuff got stuff out of me that I didn't know could come out of me. And it's keeping me clean as a whistle. And I'm so enjoying the clean as a whistle. I don't have indigestion. I don't have gas. I used to get gas. I don't get gas. I don't get indigestion. The energy level, I have so much more natural energy, not like like you were saying, the jittery energy, because I can't do all those Red Bulls and all the other animal drinks. I can't do those. But the Plex gave me so much natural energy where I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel great. Like, what's wrong with me? Why do I feel so good? So with that experience, I started sharing with my clients. I was like, and I know as a trainer, and I'm also certifying to be a nutrition coach, I know how important gut health is. I know that, duh. So getting on these projects and seeing how they're lock in step with lining our bodies up the way God intended them to operate, that blew my mind. And so I started sharing it with my family and my clients. And I was like, look, we got to get you on this, because it moved me past my plateau. It cleansed my body. It gave me additional energy. And when you get on something good and you see something good, you want to share it with other people. So I just start sharing it with people. I wouldn't think about, selling products. I really didn't even realize it. And then I realized, like, oh, wait, I just made money. Oh, isn't that cool? But it wasn't about that. It was just, this stuff works. I want you to get these benefits too. So that's my story as a trainer and as Reba's friend stalking her baby girl. My boys tell me that I have a problem. They tell me that they have to remind me that Rain is not my baby. And I know that, but she's just so darn cute. Anyway, so that's my story of how I learned about the Plexus products. Is really my client introduced it to me, Reba. I learned from my client. I watched her live it. And then I decided to live it. And she didn't push it on me. She didn't say, oh, you should try this, nothing. All she did was post pictures of what she was doing. And I'm watching her live, coming to workouts each week. That's all she did. She didn't sell it to me. She didn't push it on me. She was just like, it's the Plexus. So that's how it went for me. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, all of you guys, for sharing. Something I want to tell you really quick is that at this point, if I were you, I'd be thinking, okay, so, where's the rub? Where's the hook? What am I about to get tricked into? There is none of that. I want you to know that it will cost you, if you decide to try this, $9.95 to join Plexus for a year. It's like a SAM or a Costco membership. It's $9.95. That's really it. You set up a subscription that you can change or edit or cancel at any time. There are no penalties. Most of us spend right around $130 to $140 a month on our products that we take. Reba mentioned the Healthy Weight Basics, which is just 3 products. It's a drink that you drink every day that balances your blood sugar. It's a metabolism booster and a carb blocker. You've heard almost all of them talk about the triplex, which is a gut health system. It's the drink, the same drink, the blood sugar balance drink. It's a probiotic that I just have to say, I love that Keisha addressed detox, because I'll be honest, if pooping is a problem for you, it shouldn't be. Hormones are dependent on you eliminating waste from your body. And the more that your body can eliminate, the more your hormones will function properly. I feel like women, we struggle quietly about this. And I know my grandmother would just die if she heard me talking about pooping on a public call, but because I love women, I have to talk about it. It's a gut health system. It's not a cleanse like you've heard of. It's not something that your body loses a ton of water. It's just about getting you into balance. So I bring up those two options for systems you might be curious about getting started on. And I want you to know there's no hook. But I also just want to speak really boldly to you tonight and tell you that all of these ladies that shared, like Keisha was saying, nobody was pushy. Nobody felt like they had to become a used car salesman. They shared with friends and family because they had immediate results and because they knew that their body was shifting. And they all in their first month made between $300+ to over $1,000 just from sharing. So I want to be really sincere with you that part of the reason why I promote Plexus is it's our family's full-time business. I felt like God called, you will not be going to the bathroom all day, Denise, I think you asked. You won't, but I tell you what, in the beginning, you might go more than you expected. But we always start people slowly. We don't ever want someone to feel like they're stuck, especially teachers and nurses. Reba's a nurse. She can't be running to the bathroom all day either. So I just want to, assuage your fears. I want to pass the mic back to Toya. Toya, did you want to share something? Go ahead.
I did. I was typing, Denise. I was telling her, you won't go all day, but when you go, it'll be a good one. Like you won't just halfway go. You're going to go to the bathroom and it's going to be a good one. But I was also going to share, because as y'all were talking, I want people to see what Reba did in a 3-day span, because I have her photos still in my phone. And so if I'm going to hold my phone up to the screen, so hold tight. Of course, it won't pop up quickly now, but okay, here we go. So let me know if you can y'all see that? Do you see, like, the top picture is day 1 and then the bottom is day 3? Do you see her belly?
Hey, Toya, scroll up so that, there you go. Hold her bottom. There's the bottom photo.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so that was her waist in 3 days, which is crazy, but just to kind of give you like real time, I am a believer, I'm very visual. And so I have to see it to believe it, right? Except when it's coming from LaTonya, like I believed her. But if we're talking about weight loss, like you want to see that, right? And so I wanted to make sure that you guys could see. Now I'm sure results aren't like typical with everybody in 3 days, but it can be done. I have a friend that she's on Plexus right now, and she lost 3 pounds in a week. And for her, she's plateaued for a full year. And so she is super excited because now she's seeing movement. And that's really, as women, and that's my problem. If I don't see some sort of movement, I get discouraged, right? And so we all want to see something, whether it's a pound or LaTonya with new bras. So when Reba saw her belly go down in 3 days, like she said, she's hooked. And then Keisha joined in. So we want you guys to know, I wanted you to see something visual so you can see like, yes, this stuff does work. But back to Denise, no, you won't be going to the bathroom all day, but you will have good bowel movements for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toya. Yes, I agree. And I will say, one of the big things that happens is we have like chronic inflammation in our body. And when your gut starts to detox, you see like your face go down. And I'm so glad LaTonya said it's not about weight, because I feel like we've just been slaves to the scale for years. The scale is a terrible place to tell you how you're doing as a woman. Especially if you're gaining muscle, you're going to weigh more. But when you start to rid your body of inflammation, you see it. It so much of it is hormonal for us.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to say, LaTonya, did you want to share something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, invest in yourself. That was one of the things I did not include. Invest in yourself, because I spent $1,300 on a copay because I didn't invest in myself 4 years ago. and still owe $4,000. I mean, no shame in my game if y'all don't know that by now. But invest in yourself and don't be afraid to do that. Because like Becky said, it was not about just what I've learned. I thought it was about the weight, but it was a more holistic reason. I've gained spiritual insight. I've gained friends from out of state. Reba and Keisha don't even live in Texas. You know, my mental health is improving. My emotional wellness is improving. So invest in yourself. And that's just, I can't say that enough. We don't invest in ourselves as much as we should as women. We put ourselves on the back burner. We put everything else first. Invest in yourself and do it with courage and do it with faith.
Becky, can I say one thing really quickly?
Please do.
One thing that really spoke to me was our immune system. Our immune health is connected directly to gut health. So with all this COVID and such going around, that gut health is so important. I don't want to get all nerdy and scientific because I can definitely do that, and I'm not going to bore you with that today. But the life of the body is in the gut. And when your gut is lined up, it's alignment with the way God intended it to work. When that lines up and is working properly, the other stuff falls into place because you're restoring your body back to the state that God intended it to be in, apart from all of the additional sugars and things that we eat. So not only because weight loss, yes, we want to lose weight, we want to lose inches and all that, and that's great. And we're going to do that. These products will help you do that. But first and foremost, beyond the scale, beyond the measuring tape, your immune health. So we're talking about preventing cancers. We're talking about preventing chronic disease. We're talking about eradicating chronic illness just by cleansing the gut. That's it. I'm done.
I could not have said it any better. Every single thing you said, Keisha. Y'all, we won't keep you on the hook. If you're interested in talking to whoever invited you, one of these ladies, if you're interested in getting started right away, let us know in the chat section. Just type in a 1. If you are interested, but you've got questions and you're maybe not quite ready, or you're curious about something else, tell us by typing in a 2 in the chat section. That way we'll kind of know where to go from here. I want to be so clear too, that if ever there was a year where so many of us just needed, it was time to make a change. It was like LaTonya said, no more putting things off. 2021 is a great year. I've been with this company for 7 years. We're seeing a whole new wave of women and men coming in and finding natural health, getting off of prescriptions that were only treating a symptom. We're never getting down to the root issue, kind of like Keisha mentioned, how everything is in the gut. But also people being freed from mood disorders. People also finding financial and time freedom. I was a full-time working mother when I started this, had a career that I loved, that I felt was important, felt like it was a calling, but I also had a bonus baby girl at 40. And it was like God knew what was coming down around the corner, and he knew I needed better health, first of all. He also knew that I needed time freedom. So I just bring up this to, I don't know, maybe someone on here needs to hear that as well. But I just want to say thank you so much. Please get back to whoever invited you to the call. I'm going to upload this to YouTube if you want to share it with someone else as well. So ladies, really humbled and honored by you guys. Thanks for taking your time, and God bless. Y'all have a great night.